mind. You're trying to escape from here, aren't you? I want to see how far you can make it before your head is chopped off.
Hello and welcome to Spa, Belgium. Here tonight, we're about to get ready. We just had qualifying. We've got the United Karting versus the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter. Starting on the pole, we have Ryan Punselin, followed by P2 Hendrik de Zwart, Pierre Thompson in P3, Rafael Torres in P4, Peter Lanik P5, Deacon Greenfield in P6. We're doing standing start here, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through all of this before we get there. Henderson in 7th, Kennedy in 8th, Thulai in 9th, Yakov Bielik in P10. And everybody's getting gridden up here. Colin Kortanik in P11, David Kasperalta in P4 or P12. Matthew Stover, P13, Tim Bradford, P14, Scott Kim, P15. Scott Kim's the one who set this whole thing up. Robert Benson, P16, Stephen Tenney, P17, Peter Yerxa, P18. Christopher Hill didn't qualify, Jameson Huffman, and Michael Bond, John Wood. And here we're about to go. This will be 1 hour sports cars here. A variety of different GT3 cars here tonight. Usually run the BMWs in this series, but we see drivers from all over the place running different liveries here. And Hendrik, I believe that is Hendrik, has a really good start. Punselin has some issues. Hendrik is going to lead down the Kemmel Straight cleanly away. Lanik having a good start as well, so some good experience from all these guys over in the BMW series with these standing starts. And you can see our timer there. Ooh, that was close there. I'm not sure if that was Lanik or not, or that might have been... It's not Greenfield. I think it was Lanik. Or is Lanik driving that car this week? Yep, he is. That was Rafa there in P4. Almost got into the back of the car in front of him. Let me know who your driver is out here tonight. We'll be going through as much as we can. It's a little bit bigger field. Well, 23 cars starting. Let's see, did Chris Hill... Oh, we've got a car going off there. Did Chris Hill get in here? I don't think he... Okay, yeah, he did. So he did not qualify, but he has moved up to 12th already. About the last 3 or 4 guys did not... He was running late from work, he was saying, in the driver's chat. Oh, we've got some contact ahead of him. Did not look like he was involved with that. That looks to be Bielik back there. And the orange car. Let's get a replay of that. Some tough stuff right there. I believe that was at the exit of maybe Campus or Stavelot. I'm not 100% sure if that's where we're at. Let's see if we can get a replay though. Just accordion effect here. A car got pushed, and then just 4 or 5 cars involved in that. Deacon Greenfield, one of the cars as well. Started in 6th, was back in 21st. See if he gets that straight. He's on pit lane. We will have one fast repair here tonight. As at the front of the field, Hendrik there, a regular in the BMW Car Club National Capital Chapter Series, leads that first lap. Ryan Pensalon back here running really well. Double checking. Pensalon is driving a Lamborghini there, Lambo. Hendrick in an Audi. Peter Lanik, Rafa's there is in the familiar BMW. That's what they're running that's the prototype GT3. Lanik's running another Lamborghini as well. Coming under pressure from Rafa there. But Pensalon and his Lamborghini there, putting some pressure on Hendrick there at the front of the field. So a little bit different. We usually, in this series, we usually cover an entire 20 minutes or so of qualifying, but we went straight into the action tonight. Hope everybody's having a good one tonight. Let me know if you are supporting any particular driver, and we'll make sure to focus on them. Rafa is really on the bumper of Peter Lanik there. Battle of BMW versus Lamborghini. Onto the chicane here, heavy braking into the chicane. Kennedy and Pierre Thompson catching up. Thompson back there in that Ferrari. That's the first one I've seen tonight. Through the final corner there. La Source. Down this really quick straightaway into Eau Rouge, into Radillon. And I did see a car up ahead coming out of the pits. And onto the Kemmel Straight. You can see that car coming out of the pits there. I'm not sure 100% who that was. Scott Kim coming into the pit lane. He's driving a Ferrari as well. Nice black livery on that. I like that. Oh, we got cars. That was one of the slower cars, and it looks like Thompson is going to get around Brian Kennedy. Thompson in that Ferrari there. Yeah, so let me see. Where is Dean? There he is. It took a moment. So he started 9th. He's currently running in 11th. Drop back a couple spots after the first lap shenanigans. Mostly this race is about pride between these two, the United Karting Group and the BMW National Capital Chapter guys. So really the battle here is probably at the front, and through the field we've got BMW Car Club guys at the front of the field at the moment. Rafa there in P3, also a BMW Car Club guy. So Lanik, BMW National Capital driver. So Ryan Pensalon, United Karting driver, and Pierre Thompson, United Karting driver. Yeah, Dean's kind of hanging out on his own. He's about 2 seconds ahead of John Wood, and then a couple seconds up the track is Peter Yerkes, another familiar name if you follow the series on the usual Thursday nights. Let's go on board with Pensalon here. It's going to be heading down this first kind of straightaway into Eau Rouge. Nice air conditioning there, I guess, from the center console. Onto the rumble strips in Eau Rouge over the curbs. Onto the Kemmel Straight. This will be the fastest point on the course, particularly for Ryan here, because he is in that slipstream of Hendrick. Not getting much, really close on the bumper of Hendrick there. Gotta keep it clean. Don't wanna hit him in the bumper and then maybe damage the front end of your car, and then maybe Rafa there in third place is gonna end up catching him. Good battle here. So Chris Hill, one of our winners quite often over there in the National Capital Chapter races, he's made it up to 8th, and he's working on a Cortanic here, and he might get a move going momentarily. He's gonna look to the outside. Oh, I thought that was through Campus, I believe it was. Yeah, it was through Campus corner, through Stavelot now. And it looks like Hill has that position. Heavy braking into this final chicane here for Hendrick and Ryan there. Ryan is just keeping up with Hendrick, though. Hendrick had a great start off the line. A lot of pressure there for Hendrick. Oh, was again Ryan there really getting close. I don't think we have any sort of incident limits here tonight. And we've got about 50 minutes left in this race, so we're going to be running about 25 laps is what we're recommending, or what it's telling us will happen, maybe 26. And Punsalon there had a little issue. I think that was in La Source, where he almost ran into the back of Hendrick, and now he's actually back. He was about 4/10 off of him previously. Now he's a 1.2 seconds off of Hendrick there at the lead. So looking through the field, other good battles. Here Thompson keeping on the rear of Lanik. Go on board with this Ferrari. Get some different sounds of the cars tonight. This Ferrari engine's certainly not as loud as, you know, we've been running the BMW GTEs, and those are pretty loud. I have to actually do some control of the audio so that I can hear myself. Our familiar names are the sponsors here in the race tonight: the Treakle Insurance Agency, Hagerty Insurance, and Beltway Brewing Company. Neither of those drivers are here, though. It's Darren Treakle not here from the Treakle Insurance, or Sten Cellier from the Beltway Brewing Company. Taking a well-needed off week after the 12 weeks of the BMW Car Club Series. Some of these drivers trying out something different. Like Peter here driving the Lambo instead of the familiar BMW. Rafa up ahead is gaining ground. He was about 4.5 seconds back from Ryan up there, and he's brought it down to about 3 seconds. That last lap was actually about 1 second faster, so Punsalon's kind of having some issues after really strong at the start. Great qualifying run. He's dropping back just a little bit, maybe just forcing himself into some mistakes. I don't know. Well, I know. Let's look at Scott Kim here. So he's back in 19th. He started 15th. He's running a different car than usual in this Ferrari, but I know all these BMW Car Club guys, and I guess the United Karting guys, I don't know if they're used to longer races. This is going to be an hour race, and I know the BMW guys are usually running 30-minute races every week, as Scott is coming under pressure from Darren Henderson. Darren, it looks like he's driving an Audi. Yeah, that's an Audi, as they side by side through Blanchamont, I believe it was. Heading to this hard braking in the chicane here. It's a good looking car there, Darren. Things are starting to settle down. So Stover's running a Ferrari this week as opposed to the BMW. Fighting with a familiar driver, though, in Robert Benson. Robert's driving, getting some laps underneath him with the BMW car we'll be running next season with the GT3 prototype here. Stephen Tenney here, another familiar name. He's driving BMW, and he's about a half second back. Bielik there. That orange, and he's trying to get around John Wood here. Bielik had started 10th. He had some issues at that first lap. I don't think it was any fault of his own. It was a slow car ahead of him. And John Wood is going to make it really difficult to get past, but Bielik is going to make that happen. We'll see if John Wood can come back. Oh, John going really kind of getting out of the way there. Tim Bradford driving a cat car back here. That is another Ferrari in the field. I was telling Scott Kim that I think if I was driving this, I'd probably be driving the Ferrari. There's always much debate on which car is the best out here from week to week in the GT3 series, but you know, it's whatever car you're used to, I think, is the main thing, and just what car's characteristics are the best. Yeah, there will be, so I'd say the biggest thing, there's a question from the audience about some just different things out here between tire degradation, tire temperature, car damage. The biggest thing all these drivers would be facing right now is that they started this race with like 70 liters of fuel, maybe even more than that. Maybe 100 liters of fuel. I believe it's 100 liters of fuel. I have to check what that even is. Google the change, you know, whatever 100 liters to whatever gallons that would be. In my racing, I usually use liters, even though I am American. It's just a slightly better numbering system for racing. But the fuel is very heavy, so they'd be dealing with that from the start of the race. And because the cars are heavy, those tires are going to degrade more, and those tires are going to slip under acceleration and in the corners a little bit more. And then in regard to damage, if you damage the front of the car, not really sure if I'm seeing anybody that has, at least at the front, has any damage at the front of the car. We'll see if we can find anybody. But that will certainly affect your straight line speed on these really long straightaways. Yeah, I think I'm coming up with it in my head right now. So I would say it's about 25 gallons to 100 liters. So I don't think they'll actually have to stop here for fuel. Well, if they do have to stop, it will be like right at the end. Either that, or somebody might stop early just to do something different, and they're only going to put in a couple of gallons to get them to the end, maybe like 10 liters of fuel to get to the end of the race. Because these cars can do about, so that race is 60 minutes, they can do about 53 to 55 minutes, depending on the car and the engine and how much fuel it burns. So they're just going to make it, there might be some fuel saving as a strategy somewhere in this race, but that's going to be up to the driver. As Hill has made it up to 6th position, and he's about to work on Brian Kennedy there. Hill has, let me see, has he set the fastest lap out here? No, he has not. Punsalon has the fastest lap in 2nd position, but Hill, last lap was quite fast as well, only a couple tenths off of the leader's laps. So we've got 40 minutes left in this race, so there's still a lot he can do. I think we'll be seeing Hill. Let's go on board with him. Brian Kennedy in a Team Gasburn car. Lanik has dropped back a couple positions. He's back to 8th. He's also a Gasburn driver. I believe Cortanic is as well. I think Hill's going to have a really good run. This is through Eau Rouge, and then on to the Kemmel Straight. I think he's going to have a really good run on Kennedy here. Whoa, Kennedy getting a little bit squirrely, that rear end. He saved it really well, giving a really good advantage to Hill, though, down the Kemmel Straight. And Hill's going to make it into 5th position. About 7 seconds up the track is Thompson, though. Thompson's working on Rafa there. That last lap for Thompson, actually the fastest lap of the race. Of any driver, faster than the leaders. Could be that he had some help of Rafa there, punching a big hole in the air there, creating a really good slipstream for him, making him faster down those straightaways. But he's keeping right on him. Rafa guards low into the corner here. This is through Campus. On to Stavelot. He drops back just slightly, but he's right there once again. Heading on to one of the fastest parts of the track. Not the Kemmel Straight, though. That's the fastest part. Going to be a really good braking point up here through Blanchimont. Whoa, and Rafa goes off a little bit. He's guarding that position, that low line, though, into the corner of the ideal passing point. Pierre making it really easy for us to spot that Ferrari out there and that familiar Ferrari red there. See if Pierre has a really good slipstream here. I think he's a little bit too far back to make a move. Heading up to the front of the field there. Punsalon has gained about a half second on our leader there. Tire degradation might start to come into effect at some point here, and the drivers are really going to have to work on it. Punsalon only about 7/10 back. Thompson about less than half a second back from Torres there. So Hill is 7.5 seconds back from Thompson up there. We'll see if he can eat into this lead. He's got about 37 minutes to do it. We can see if he can get up to the front from there. Matthew Stover and that green Ferrari battling with Michael Bond there. This is for 15th position. These guys familiar racers from the BMW Car Club National Capital chapter. They race every week. And Bond's going to go too deep into the corner. Stover's going to make up that position. That is the 15th position there. Heading back up to near the front for this battle for 3rd position. Actually, we're going to head up to the actual front there with Punsalon representing the United Karting group. He's got a good run on the Kemmel Straight here. They're coming up on Scott Kim there in that black Ferrari up ahead. That Scott's gonna have Hendrick kind of telling him what to do, as Scott's from that BMW Car Club. Hendrick from the BMW Car Club. He doesn't want him to cost the race here. Punsalon only 2/10 back at this point, and Scott Kim's going to get out of the way there. Ideally what Hendrick exactly wanted, and now he'll come into contact with Rafa and Pierre there back in 3rd and 4th as well. Back of the screen. Lamborghini versus Audi here. Actually surprised. I didn't actually hear that the Audi were that great, so Hendrick's representing them quite well here. All these cars are a little bit different. Some have advantages over the other. Just in different parts of the track. So that last lap, actually, where Punsalon gained a lot of time on Hendrick here, Punsalon was 6/10 faster than Hendrick there. He's right on that bumper. Oh, we had Rafa there getting a little bit of contact maybe there. Let's get a replay and see what happened. He was going through the chicane into the grass there. Still ahead of Thompson. I don't know if that had anything to do with Scott Kim there. I sure hope not. Oh boy. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that is not good there for Scott Kim. Not what Rafa was expecting there, though. What happened there? Wow. That was just under hard braking there. I'm going to get one more replay of this. Let's look at it from the chopper if I can change it quick enough. Yep. Not sure what happened to Scott. It just looks like he lost it under braking. Yeah, I think he got a little bit of the tire into the grass. He was watching. Oh boy. Yeah, that was not good. Heading back up to the front though. So we were talking about damage. Now Rafa there has some damage. We'll see what advantage that gives to Pierre there in 4th position. Keep an eye on that while we also check out the front. Yeah, sorry to not see you out there, Jameson. I saw you in practice, I thought. Going through the list of new drivers we had out here. Pierre Thompson back here. Just 2/10 back, although it looks more now. Okay, yep, this is what it is. He's making up position there. Right on him. Yeah, I'm not sure what much, with that front end damage that Rafa took, not much he can do. But he is going to guard that low line into the corner of the preferred line. Thompson's going to have to make it around on the longer way around. He can't quite do it. And Rafa holds on. Meanwhile, Hill back here. He's about 5 seconds back now. It was 7.5 seconds at one point in time. These are the best battles on the track here. Really tight at the front. All these straightaways is where Rafa's going to have a lot of issues. Oh, and he gets a little bit, I could see that rear end just slide a little bit out of Eau Rouge. And I think Thompson's going to clear him. Looks like that's what is going to happen there, and Punsalon is only about still a half second back there. Hendrick's doing a great job holding off Ryan there in that second place car. They've got another lap car up ahead. I'm not sure what much Rafa can do here to make a comeback on Thompson. Four seconds back for Hill now. Hill's doing really fast laps. He currently does have the fastest lap of the race by any driver, and that last lap was the fastest lap of the race for Hill. Back up to the front. This is just a 10th between the drivers here. Punsalon really looking to make a pass there, but he was not quite side by side. Who is that up there? That looks like Darren Henderson. Yes, in one of the Audis, I believe it was. So he'll be the next lap traffic that these leaders come along. Torres has pit, so I mentioned that they're going to have to make a pit at some point. He has a fast repair, so he might as well get that fixed early and not drive around for the rest of the race with it. And Punsalon is going to go side by side on the Camel Straight, side by side. And it looks like he's going to take over the lead. Oh, he goes wide. And Hendrick makes a comeback, retakes the lead there. Punsalon led for a moment, and it looks like he's going to try. No, he does not. Really great battle. This is one of the best battles we've had at the front of a race, and is either in the BMW Car Club or any race we've really broadcast. A great race between the two drivers here. Just doing a quick check here. Torres is out of the pits. He had a 10-second stop to get some fuel in there. His car is ready to go to the end now. I don't think he took tires, though. The tires take a long time to change on these cars. They're still coming up on Henderson up there in that Audi. It's about, I don't know, about 2 or 3 seconds ahead there, maybe less. But where Hendrick is, he might be able to get a slipstream, although it looks like Henderson's going to just get out of the way here. Got a car, I believe that was Bielik coming out of the pits there as side by side, Hendrick guards that low line this time. It's going to make Punsalan take the long way around. And he does it. Takes over the lead. This time he doesn't make a mistake here though. So we have a new leader here in Punsalan. So now that Punsalan is in the lead, we'll see if he can lay down some faster laps here. Is he gonna pull away from Hendrick there in the second position? Heck of a race between these two drivers though. They put on, for the last 35 minutes, they put on quite the show. Looking at United Karting versus BMW National Capital Chapter though, I think we've got 3 cars in the top 10 from United Karting and 7 cars from BMW National Capital Chapter in the top 10. Colin Kortanek catching up with, again, I think it's his teammate in Peter Lanek there. As we just crossed 25 minutes to go. At some point, it's going to cross the 10-lap threshold to go, and my overlay is going to say 10 laps to go as opposed to the time to go. Welcoming everybody new to the channel here, though. Welcome all these drivers from the United Karting. Good to have him. As Punsalan's looking like he's putting some ground on Hendrick back here, so about a second that lap over Hendrick. As Thompson dealing with some lap traffic there, getting around them. That is Hill there, who started 19th, he's up to 4th. Dean Thuline coming, so Rafa there had to pit. He's good to go to the end, but Dean running in 10th. No real points here, so usually we would have the top 10 scoring points. I think we're gonna have a... Oh, we had an issue there. Hendrick has taken the lead there. Punsalan had an off there. Let's see if we can go find it on a replay here. He might have just overcooked it in one of the corners here. Let's see what happened. Oh, there it is. The leader spun out. And this is at the Russell's corner. And he continues. No damage or anything like that. But maybe those tires just going off a little bit now. Back to live pictures. Hendrick is about 3 seconds ahead. So that's a real comfortable place to be. Pierre Thompson. He's only about 1.7 seconds back up on Salon now. So we'll see He's been quite fast through this race, although I think everybody's lap times are starting to come down because of this tires getting older. And again, nobody's going to be changing tires here. Just because it takes too long to change tires. That's the main reason. With these sports cars, it takes like 30 seconds to change the tires, so if you're going to have to pit, you're just going to take a little bit of fuel. Hortanic in the pit lane, that was from about 5th or 6th position. And he'll come off the pit lane. So, Punsalon, although he had that spin, so we're at 10 laps to go here. He's actually gained some ground on Hendrick up there. It's only a 1.5 second lead for Hendrick. So, Punsalon's going to have to show that he can get around Hendrick again here. And lurking in the back of that picture is that Ferrari of Thompson. Hill is coming around one of the lapped cars that was, whoa, and that car spun out in front of him. Over the sausage curbs there at that final chicane there. Not what Hill wants to see. That was that Greenfield or was that was Henderson? Let's get a replay of that. Yep, just locking a similar thing that Scott Kim did. So Kortanek and Lanik ended up pitting about the same lap there, so they're good to go to the end, but they're still nose to tail there. At the front of the field, I don't think between Kortanek and Lanik, I believe again that they are teammates. I don't think they're going to pull anything in this race to jeopardize each other's race. So heading back up to the front, Punsalon has brought it to about a second lead for Hendrick there. So he's gained about a half a second a lap for the last 3 laps. It was 3 seconds at one point in time. It's a second now between the two drivers. The 3rd and 4th place cars are actually running faster than the leaders, so that's an interesting story. And actually 4 different, let me see what we've got here. 4 different car makes in the top 4. So Hill's running that BMW. Thompson's running the Ferrari. Punsalon's running the Lamborghini, and Hendrick's running an Audi. That's GT racing for you. I know that's like one of the big appeal to the crowd that likes GT racing is the different makes of cars. So, this is United Karting versus BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter. We do the National Capital Chapter broadcasts. Next broadcast is going to be March 11th. That'll be the second race of their season. We're basically covering the even-numbered races in that. And that will be at VIR. And we'll be running the BMW GT3s there. A new GT3, the prototype. Probably about, I don't know, 75% of this field will be over there. Come on over. If you're one of these United Karting guys and join the league and have a weekly races. The actual series will start at Summit Point and on March 4th. So is that a week from now? Yeah, it is a week from now. Then go to VIR on March 11th. Watkins Glen on March 18th. Circuit Zolder, heading across the pond on March 25th. And then Barber there in Alabama on April 1st. Barber's a great circuit. Well, they're all pretty good here. Yeah. Oldham Park, that's on April 22nd. That one could be a little tricky. So we'll see how that one goes. I raced it in an IndyCar recently, and it was not a racetrack that an IndyCar should be running. So, yeah. I think these cars will do a little bit better job there than the IndyCars were doing. This is the closest battle we have on the track. Our battle for the lead. You can't ask for much more than that. And Thompson is getting into this battle. And Thompson's going to duck into the pits. So he's going to get that top of a fuel. He might think that these leaders are slowing him down. And if he can get this early pit stop and do an undercut, that would be really exciting stuff. So Hill stays out, gets into third position. The other driver that's kind of doing that undercut thing, more because he had to, is Rafa Torres here in P6. So Rafa here, and actually Hill, are both BMW performance drivers, so quite good in these cars. So that's where you can see like Hill started 19th, he's up to third. Hill still has to pit. Thompson coming off pit lane now. Really digging that Ferrari that he's running. Kind of an odd pit here. Really long pit. Yeah, really long pit. But yeah. Do not want to get a speeding penalty there. So I'm looking. Rafa was way faster in the pits here. So Thompson's kind of got an issue in the pits here, I believe. He's taking a really long pit compared to some of our other drivers, and that's just time on the pit lane. So that's not going to work out for him. He's going to drop back from these leaders when everything cycles through. So David Casperalta there in the fourth position, running, having started 12th. He's gonna have to pit here though momentarily. Dean Thuline up to 7th. He's also gonna have to pit. But really, he's got any time between now and probably 5 laps from now is when he can pit. So whenever he feels the need, that's when he can bring it in. Heading back up to the front, this is still the closest battle on the track. Half a second. Well, actually, that moved up. It's about a second now. Hendrick is doing what he needs to do at the front here. Do a shout out here. So, wait, we got side-by-side commercials on this broadcast. If we can get that working. Treakle Insurance. Let me get my copy for this. It is Treakle Insurance Agency. Is an independent insurance agency offering auto, home, business, and life insurance. And they teamed up with the Hagerty Insurance to provide collector car coverage, as well as race car and track day coverage. So that's pretty great. And then we have Beltway Brewing Company. So thirsty for an award-winning local craft beer, Beltway Brewing Company is located in Sterling, Virginia. Proudly represents the DMV, and they have a lineup of handcrafted IPAs, lager sour stouts, and seltzer. And you can order directly from their website, beltwaybrewco.com. They do contact-free delivery right to your door. You can head to that Sterling tap room. This is in Sterling, Virginia. Pick it up right there. So, really good sponsors make these all these races happen. See their names at the top right of the screen, cycling as this race has progressed. Let's go on board. We haven't done that for a little while. Go on board with Pencil on here. Down through the gears. Just about half a second as they came out of La Source. He's right in the slipstream. They'll go through Eau Rouge. Car struggling for grip over the curbs, onto the Kemmel Straight. We've seen this over and over here tonight. Doesn't get any easier though. Battle for the win here. These drivers have kept it really clean between one another too. So Thompson's pit was like 20 seconds slower than Rafa Torres there. So Rafa's gonna pass him. Rafa's moved up to P5. Let me show you guys that. Rafa's moved up to P5 and they're going around Scott Kim again. And all the cars ahead of him have yet to pit. Although, yeah, he could be in really good shape actually. We'll see. If it takes about a minute, he's a minute 7 back from the leaders, and from what I can tell, the delta time is probably about a minute, about that amount of time. So these leaders might come out right there. This is going to be really interesting. So keeping an eye on that 5th place car and where he cycles through once these drivers come down the pit lane. But the question, I suppose, is do they have to? And I think they do, but maybe they don't. Maybe they know better than I do. Obviously, they're in the car. I'm not. Something's happening there, though, with Rafa. He might have... Did he disconnect or something? Having some internet issues? Because he's gone off the screen, so... That's too bad. Four laps to go now. This is, you guys can't see it, but we have 7.5 minutes left in the race. So the race is going to end maybe about, well, I'm doing 8:55 is what I've got for the time. Probably not 9:02. Looking at any other fuel strategy kind of deals that will be out here. Hill has kept it within about 5 seconds. He is running faster than those first two cars, but that is too much time to gain at this point. If he's a half second a lap for the next 4 laps, he's only going to gain 2 seconds. He needs to gain 5. But this battle for the lead is the closest battle we have on the track. It's going to come down to pit stops, I think. There's a pretty big gap back to that 4th place car. It goes from half a second back to 2nd, 5 seconds back to 3rd, and then 50 seconds back to 4th. As they come up on a slow car here, we'll see how that car cooperates. Hendrick's getting in the slipstream there. He's blinking his lights at his lap car. Who is that? Let's see what we've got. That is not Lanik. I don't know who that is. Okay, it looks like it was Benson. Gets out of the way. Robert Benson, familiar name. 3 laps to go here. So between these two drivers, it was Punsalan that has made the mistakes here. So we'll see if Hendrick can be mistake-free till the end here. The last lap for Hendrick and Ryan there in 2nd was exactly almost the same. Both a 2 minute, 20 seconds, and 0.6. Are these guys going to have to pit here? It might be coming up this lap if they do. Then after that, there's only one more to go. I remember somebody posting that they were about a half a lap short end of the final lap, so we'll see what happens here. They might just risk it. They stay out. Salon right in that slipstream, only a half second back. Hill's back there getting closer every lap too, about 4 seconds back, but that's too much at this point unless these two drivers run into each other, which then there's certainly a chance at that point. It would have been a different story had Hill been able to qualify here tonight, I'd have to say, though. Will they have to pit this lap? Because as Hendrick goes off on the second to last lap. Wow. But can Punsalon make it? Let's get a replay of what just happened there. He lost it. That was through Huan, I believe it was. No, Hendrick. Oh, I've been off there before. It's tough. Really tough. Hendrick's going to drop back to third position. Wow. Tough break there for Hendrick. Punsalon's going to take the lead. But does he have to pit? Has Hill, like, if Punsalon doesn't have to pit, does Hill have to pit? Or does, has Hill been saving some fuel back here? Nobody's pitting. So, final lap. Across the line there. Punsalon just has to make it to the end. He's got 3.5 second gap. I believe if Punsalon wins, we will not be doing any interviews here for the winner, because he's not in the server. This is a United karting guy, so let's see if he can bring it home, though. Looking through if there's any other battles. Nope, there's pretty spread out here. I mean, we've been racing for an hour. I'm sure Hendrick is not too happy. He's going to be really, really angry at himself, I have to imagine. Meanwhile, Hill has brought that lead by Punsalon down to 2.5 seconds, just about 2.8 seconds. Is Punsalon having to save a little bit of fuel here? Let us go on board and listen to this engine. Doesn't sound like it to me. Maybe a little bit, but 2.5 seconds for Hill, still maintaining that gap back to second. Couple more corners to go. One big chicane to go for Punsalon. Final chicane. He's got the fuel. He's going to make it. And Punsalon's gonna be victorious here at Spa, Belgium. I can hear his engine. Wow. I think he is out of fuel there. He's gonna win it though. That's all he needed. Right to the end there. Let's see if he has any ability to do a donut or anything like that. I think he's out of fuel. Hendrick is done there. Well, really great race between the top 3 drivers here tonight. You have any engine sound coming from this car? I don't hear anything. Other drivers might not have made it to the end there. Wow. Well, that is our finishing for tonight. We're just going to go right to the results here. Wait for everybody to come across the line, though. We've still got Cortanic here. Get everybody to the end here. And Bradford just half second back on Cortanic there, right at the end here. A little bit of contact there from Bradford. Well, a really good race here tonight, though. And that is finishing it up there for everybody. So let's look at these results. United Karting versus BMW National Capital Chapter. Ryan Punsalon's going to take it home, P1. Chris Hill, P2. Hedrick DeZwart led all those laps, but makes that mistake right there at the end. He's going to wind up third. At least that's a podium, though. David Casperalta in P4. Pierre Thompson, P5. Dean Thuline, P6. So actually good, quiet run for Dean there to make it home. I know he's got fans out there. Brian Kennedy in P7. Colin Cortanic, P8. Tim Bradford, P9. Matthew Stover, P10. Peter Lanik, P11. Robert Benson. That's a good finish for Robert there. Peter Yerkset, Darren Henderson, Deacon Greenfield. Heading on, we've got Yakov Bielik there. I think he was about to start at 10th, so not the best night for him. Stephen Tenney, P17. Michael Bond, P18. John Wood, Scott Kim, tough night. There's Raphael. I think he might have disconnected there at the end because he was moving back up to the top 5. Jameson Huffman, Jameson said that he couldn't make it to the end there. Stephen Avada there. I don't think he started either, so a really great run there tonight for Ryan Punsalon, those top 3 guys. So that's it for us this week. We'll be back here in a couple weeks' time for the BMW Car Club National Capital Chapter from VIR. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.